joined me on one of the last few days of winter. This particular ride was filmed about 1 month ago, which makes it mid-late September. And we're heading through the Waitakere Ranges. We're heading up presently on Piha Road. We're going to turn off and head up Scenic Drive, heading north. And our destination today is a place called Pukematekeo Lookout. And I want to show you the ride that you get along Scenic Drive through the Waitakes, which is a fabulous ride. Haven't been on here for a long time, so really just taking it easy, having a bit of a look around to see what kind of shape the road is in, because during winter time it can get pretty wet up here. There's not a lot of sun gets on the road, and when it's wet and dark, kind of creates ideal conditions for growing moss on the roads. You get all those green tops everywhere and it gets pretty slippery. You just don't want to get caught out there if you can best avoid it. So not having been on the road through what has been quite a wet winter so far, haven't been up on Scenic Drive. I'm just taking it cautiously to see how the road is looking. Certainly when it gets over summertime and dry, the road is going to become really quite beautiful. They have lowered the speed limits on this road as well. I think it's one of hundreds of roads in the Auckland region where the speed limits have dropped down to a very, very low level. But yeah, the splendour of the road is really quite something to see, and it's worth taking time out to have a look at. Say I'm pleasantly surprised with how good the road is looking after such a wet winter that we've had here at Auckland. It's in great shape. Everything looks really fine up here at the moment with the greenery on all the right places. It's on the trees, not on the road. And yeah, Scenic Drive is just as fantastic as it always has been. Not a whole lot of potholes here either, which is a blessed relief, because there's been quite a few potholes getting reported all around the not just the city but around the country on various roads that have fallen into disrepair. But this one seems to be holding up, pretty well. Quite happy with the ride so far. I have to say, riding days like this are pretty much one of the main reasons you like to get out there and ride. There's hardly any traffic on the road, any other traffic. Some fantastic countryside on this beautifully named Scenic Drive, and just in no particular hurry to go anywhere, and just enjoying the moment, being in the now. So fantastic. Now, where we're heading up to is, I mentioned before, we're looking for the access track that leads up to Pukematekeo Lookout, and that's going to give us a pretty much good 360 degree view over not just the Waitakere Ranges, but also over the greater part of Auckland. We can see right through to the Sky Tower, through to all the coasts. It's a really well positioned viewing point, and one that if you do get a chance, you can get up there in a car as well. If you do get a chance, it's well worth checking out. I'll show you how to get there in a little bit. We're coming up to the access track shortly. Just a quick little navigational bearing. We're heading in a northerly direction. We've been travelling for a little while now. As we come up, what we're looking for is a bit of a patch, a reserve, like a grassy patch on the right hand side. When we see that, we're pretty close to the access track, and there it is. A few moments after that, we're heading along and we're looking for a not terribly well signposted, but nevertheless some kind of access to the left. And I think once we get around this little gentle sweeper here, we'll see a slight deviation to the left. And I call it a track. It is in fact paved, and it is a proper pathway leading up right here. Doesn't look like much, but when you head up here, it is paved. Now this is a place where it has stayed wet the whole way through, so there is a lot of green on the road coming through here, but it's far from a high-speed road. In fact, it's the absolute opposite. It's a very low-speed little one-lane road. Now it is one way. You can't come back down this way, or at least not legally. So there's only going to be up traffic here. Don't worry about meeting anybody coming down. And we come on through underneath the little Trolls Bridge. Turn right, and there's a big parking area where you can just set up. On the right above us there's a trig station and a bit of a reserve, and there's some magnificent views up here. If you've got a good camera, or even just use your eyes and just capture it all in your brain, it's a great place to stop. And that's where we're going to leave it today. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Get up there and have a look at this place sometime. It's worth it. Ride safe, take care out there. See you next time.